Jaret Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit JaretGoesToTheMovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jaret Reddick. And this is a podcast. Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting.
Mama! Mama!
3 more radios for you, Shelby.
Not now, Tommy. Mama! This nail polish is drying way too dark. Practically pink, my foot. Looks like a stuck pig bled all over my hand.
Hi there, everybody. My name is Jaret, and this is a podcast called Jaret Goes to the Movies. It's a different kind of episode today, but before we get into that whole thing, I do actually need to address Rich, who is with me as always. That scene had to have driven you fucking nuts.
Yes. Just
Julia Roberts talking.
Yes. There's
no way that you were watching that particular scene thinking, this movie's going to be fine.
That's true.
There's no way that now Rich's feeling is a little bit under the weather, and it's perfect timing, actually, because if you guys remember when we did Ferris Bueller's Day Off, he was sick during that episode, and he was a total fucking dick. So here we are, and we're doing Steel Magnolias, and a listener by the name of Lindsay Murray had suggested that we do Steel Magnolias and have an all-female cast of characters on Jaret Goes to the Movies. So we're freaking doing it. So taking over for Rich tonight is the lovely Ashley Miller.
Let me upgrade you. You're welcome.
Let me upgrade you. There she is, coming in hot. She brought a half bottle of wine.
Sure did. Twist off top too.
To the show, which means either it was a short night last night or a long day today.
Breakfast.
Either way. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. My wine's tasting good. It's very clear for a red wine. I don't know what that means, but
Happy New Year.
Walmart did me well. Yeah.
It's 2017. You got exciting shit going on.
I do. I've got a lot of exciting shit going on. I'm here with you.
Yep. Well, number one.
Stillers won today.
They did. Your radio program has now moved to Wednesdays on KVGI Radio.
It has.
And people can find you on the internet every Wednesday at
7 a.m.
7 a.m. What time do you have to get up for that?
So I don't wash my hair normally.
Right.
Your wife knows this.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it's like a 6:45 transition. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah.
You know, I always wanted to do a morning show. I felt like I feel like I have sort of like that personality and all that. It's just the only thing is that I like sleeping.
Same, yeah.
So I always thought it'd be cool to have a morning after show.
That's fair.
Where I go on every day at 11:30.
You'd be like the blue pill show, right?
Whatever.
Like the morning after
fine.
show.
Yeah, the morning after. That's
B.
not the direction.
Jaret Reddick.
The Plan B
How
show.
I know the pill is blue is beyond me. I've seen the commercials.
Yeah,
so.
I get it.
Yeah.
Isn't the little blue pill?
Yeah.
God, there's a lot of those, I guess, out there.
I know, right?
It is.
We both take it.
Yeah.
So,
do you mean me and you, or you and Justin?
I'm just saying things out loud.
Just to get it out there. Now, you brought your husband, Justin. I'm calling the boys in the room the Peanut Gallery tonight.
That's fair. I like it.
And
the studio audience.
They're the studio audience. Or we could be like the Arsenio Hall show, and it could be like, those guys over there are all guys who passed their STD test this week.
Except for Rich.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And welcome Justin to the house. Justin's never been here, I don't think.
He's only here because he never has understood people from Louisiana, and this will all make sense for him now because that's my hometown. So.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, you're from Monroe?
I am, which is referenced several times throughout the movie.
Yeah, and Monroe, we used to play in Monroe a lot. We used to do, in Bowling for Soup, we used to play a few towns down there that were small. Alexandria and Monroe and Natchitoches.
Yeah.
And fun times. Oh, man, in Monroe, we used to play this place called the Blue Monkey.
Yes, I love the Blue Monkey.
Holy crap. It was like a house that someone converted into a bar and venue. And it just so happens we played there on the week that we discovered airsoft guns. Oh. And so we're running around the parking lots, and it turns out that some of the guys were hiding behind this car, and the car was like getting shot a bunch, and we really weren't putting a lot of stock into thinking about that. And the owner came out and was just like, "Hey guys, you guys see my new ride?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, man, this is a great car. This shit sucks. You got hail damage." He's like, "Hail damage?" And we were like, "Oh yeah, just they got places for that." Anyway, apparently we gave the guy's car hail damage with airsoft guns. He was stoked.
Probably related to him, just for the record.
As you can imagine.
Yeah.
Absolutely stoked. But thank you for being here.
Thanks for having
me. Appreciate it. My lovely wife, Casey, is here.
Hello.
Now, me and Casey have, we had some beers, you had some drinks. I had some beers during the Steelers game today.
Yes.
And, but you've been drinking champagne.
True.
And, it turns out that shit is highly alcoholic.
I never actually read the bottle, but I think that might be a fact.
But we've had a fun day today. We had a really fun day. We have survived a lot this weekend.
Oh my gosh!
Friday night we had 11, 12 to 14-year-old girls here for a sleepover.
12 of them.
And we took them to Olive Garden, got them back here, and then we had a sleepover. And then Casey did a deal where she showed them how to paint a painting. And they all did that. And then, here's the thing. During Olive Garden, everything was fine. Like, they all know how to sit at a restaurant and just be just humans. And then we got to the house, and it was like...
Lord of the Flies.
It was fucking crazy. They divided up into groups and shit, and people were
clearly outnumbered.
Throwing stuff, and just nobody could say anything without screaming. Like, it was insanity. Like, I mean, we were outside, so we go outside to make the s'mores, and our neighbors already can't stand us, but there's no possible way they can now. You know what I mean? Like, not Kitty Corner Will. He fucking loves us. But, like, the other neighbors, they can't fucking stand us. And like,
that wasn't even close to the breaking point. That's been years
It was my birthday with the bounce houses, wasn't it?
Yeah, and, like, we had just moved in.
Yeah, that was not good. That was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God we don't live next to Will, though, because our dogs do bark from time to time. And he can't stand it. He will rip the throat out of a fucking dog. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Speaking of Will, Kitty Corner Will's wife is here. Simone, the lovely Simone. Hello, Simone.
Hello.
And we're so glad that you're
Kitty Corner
here.
Simone?
Kitty Corner Simone. Kitty Corner Will's Simone. That's a mouthful. How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm great.
Thank you for joining us. And it's awesome to have you here. I understand that Will got into the spa today.
Yesterday
to combat the cold.
She went with me.
And now was that with a bathing suit or without?
That was with.
With a bathing suit.
We don't want the neighbors to hate us.
They have. Okay, see, that's the thing. We wouldn't have made the right choice.
No,
we would have totally messed that up.
Last time I got naked in a hot tub, we invited the neighbors over first.
Oh no.
True story. Other house. And that did happen.
Yeah.
Now, also on the program today is Anna. This is Kitty Corner Anna.
Thank you. Yes.
Hello, Anna.
Hello.
Now, Anna is Will's, you're 16, right?
15.
15-year-old daughter who has been prepped as to the language that is about to fucking happen during this podcast. She's heard her dad talk before. So those of you who are like, you're speaking that way in front of a 15-year-old, should just be like, hey, man, at least it's not Tim Tool's kids. You know what I mean? By the way, Tim Tool, my neighbor, is moving to Seattle. It's a sad, sad day. I don't know that we'll have him back on the program again. But
he's coming back.
Gone.
He's coming back, and he wants to be in on. I can't remember the episode, but I told him he could sit in on that episode.
Okay, cool. So we'd love to have him. We'd love to have him come in here and sit here and not say anything.
Right.
And then go smoke a cigarette, come back, not say anything, and then say some shit and not make sense. So hopefully, and then leave and go to bed. Right. Hold on, I got a family emergency at home. Apparently, the video game Dune isn't working. I must rush home. All right. Anyway, welcome everybody. My father-in-law is here, just chilling, having a Bud Light on a Steelers victory day. So we've got Justin, my father-in-law Dennis, and Kitty Corner Will in the Peanut Gallery. the guys who all got cleared of STDs this week. So it's fantastic to have you guys here. And let's talk about Steel Magnolias in a minute. I want to, first of all, thank our new supporters, Scott Webster. Scott Webster is a new $5 supporter and now has access to over 80 hours of outtakes to the show. So if you want to be like Scott Webster, and who fucking doesn't, go to patreon.com and search Jaret Goes to the Movies, or just go to jaretgoestothemovies.com and click on Support Us. I also want to thank a new producer, Sean Umbeck. He's now an executive producer. He gets his name on the website. We mention him every week. He gets to hang out with us once a month on Google Hangouts, and he has access to all of the archives, and that's for $20 measly a month. This show has never taken any money and spent it on anything other than making the show better. So by all means, please support us if you can. If you can't, that's totally fine too. You're just a fucking asshole. I want to thank our executive producers, David Murray, Ashley C., Sheila Ray Wonder, Wendy Croft, David Dooley, Diane Small, Big Chris Whitehead, Lucy Murray, Chris Holt, Rodon James, Eddie Weiss, colonblowband.com, who is also a musical contributor to the show, Lisa Wenzel, who is a big Steelers fan. Here we go. And now, Sean Umbeck, the new guy. Give it up for Sean Umbeck, everybody.
Sean.
He's doing it again. Ladies and gentlemen, Steel Magnolias came out in 1989. It's so I guess I was older. I guess I had to have been. I would have been almost 17, I guess. And I remember my theater arts teacher is the guy Leland. That if you're a Bowling for Soup fan, I talk about him in probably 4 or 5 songs. Whether it's by name or if I'll refer to a professor or a teacher, it's always him, and he's like the guy that like sort of took me. He took me seriously, I think, for the first time, and I wasn't just this funny fat kid that like most people found annoying. I think he saw something in me, and he meant a lot to me, and he brought this movie to my attention by talking about it in class and wanted us all to go see it. And so now that I think back to it and think about it being a play first and then translated into a movie, it's very, very Broadway-ish. It's very play, like all of the lines are delivered in such a way where you almost feel like the characters are talking to someone else beyond who they're actually talking to. It's like the audience is bigger, or the person they're speaking to is. Anyway, we'll get to that in a bit. But this is the first time that I actually realized that watching it this time, because I just remember as a kid thinking, Julia Roberts has a pretty mouth, and it's a big mouth, but I like it.
Huge.
And Shirley MacLaine is hilarious, and fucking, as my wife said today, that Sally Field can act. Mm-hmm. She can act. Steel Magnolias, a young beautician newly arrived in a small Louisiana town, finds work at a local salon where a small group of women share a close bond of friendship and welcome her into the fold. Is that really the summary of the movie?
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah.
I mean, just because she's in the opening scene,
it's all about Daryl Hannah.
She's walking. I feel like she's like the most minor character of all of the women in the thing, right?
No, agreed. Till she loses her damn contact.
Then she loses her contact, and it's like, ow, my contact!
She's the C-3PO R2-D2 of this movie.
Maybe. That could be it. I don't get this at all.
They might have been more important than her.
I would be like, the daughter of a wealthy family gets married and has a child and whatever. I mean,
mainly is like has some health issues,
but her arms are jacked.
That which happens.
Yeah,
because the nails
driving nails up her arm,
and she's ridiculous.
She's uglier than Julia Roberts, by the way.
Uglier? You're so mean.
I don't think uglier.
I think she gets hot throughout the movie, though.
I think that's what they kind of. Janelle is, what's her name?
A nail.
Oh, a nail.
That's Teen Mom.
And then when she found Jesus, her hair got worse. It's like
it looks all right.
I thought she looked better through the movie.
Better. Yeah, I liked it better.
No, after they skipped to the baby was born, and then they're going to the fair and stuff, and she's like the hot commodity around town. Her hair is amazing.
It's
But
Dolly
then when
Parton's
she found
hair.
Jesus,
Oh, yeah, that's Dolly Parton's
It's
hair.
exactly
No.
Dolly Parton's
This
hair.
is why
No.
you're single.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
But
terrible.
when she found Jesus, it went back to the old ratty, dry, nasty crap that she had.
she had
beginning
body.
of
It's
it.
the
False.
South. It's called humidity.
Yeah,
That
I think
happens.
the point was that that her hair was supposed to get more grandiose. They were in a salon in a house where everybody had that same hair, right? I mean,
But I'm saying it went down, it went up and then back down.
yeah, like life.
Yeah, like literally, like in height, it went
Oh,
up and
it's a
then back down, but it was
metaphor.
still like
Got
Her
it.
hair is a metaphor
Got it.
for
Yeah.
your
I retract everything
Dignity.
for your dating life, pretty much. And but see, okay, here's the thing with Anna here. I can't do boner jokes.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
Anna listens to the podcast every week.
Okay, so I was just going to say,
Oh,
like your
no.
boner. Up and down, up and down. All right, the director is Herbert Ross. Always wanted to have a friend named Herbert. I hope
You never
that-
had one?
Nope, not one. It was written by Robert Harling. The stars of this movie are Sally Field, who we all agree is amazing, right?
The director told her she couldn't act.
Seriously.
He told her she couldn't act. He told Shirley MacLaine she couldn't act. He told Julia Roberts so much that she was in tears.
Wow.
So do they like own him?
So I
now?
guess he didn't like anyone's acting.
Right, what an idiot.
You get people from the South to play the Southerners. You know what I mean? Like,
So his other movies were basically his career ended after Still Magnolia. No, he did a TV version. That's what it is. He pretty much he did First Wives Club, which is Goldie Hawn and Susan Sarandon, right? And Soap
Susan
Dish.
Sarandon's not in that. I don't think.
No, First Wives Club.
Bette Midler.
I think it is Bette Midler.
Bette
Oh,
Midler,
yeah,
you're
Bette
right,
Midler.
and Diane Keaton, you're right. And then Soap Dish, which is it's like
It's the thing you put soap in.
in real
He's right.
life,
I
yes.
think
But
he's
the
right.
movie, I believe, is like a soap opera, but it's really happening. I don't
Never
know.
saw it.
Anyway, I don't know, dude. Anyway, it's obvious this guy's a fucking idiot. He doesn't really have that long of a career, so.
Or did he pull it out of them when they were sucking really bad?
So basically, the thing is that I guess he directed the play first, and then did the movie, and that's what I think. I mean, you could. So let's get into that because I think that like. As I'm watching this movie, I feel like they're all delivering their lines, and especially early in the movie, like they're on a stage.
The
Like-
beauty shop scenes, for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, well, and even like the opening scene that we heard earlier, where she's coming down the stairs and, Mama, oh man, you know I don't like this shade of pink and blah. Blah. It's like it's like because in movies, you don't always have to say your thoughts. Because we can see your face up close, and you can do things with the camera to know, like, what she would do would be like, you know, I don't like pink. And in real life, you'd be like, I hate this pink color, you know, kind of thing. It's almost like he directed it that way, and these are movie stars, you know? Not that they can't stage act. Obviously, Sally Field can stage act. We all know that. Shirley MacLaine. Olivia Dukakis, all of them. Dukakis. That's a hard thing to say. Dukakis. But do you guys agree with that? Like, as far as, like, the overall acting? And I don't mean to say that it's bad. I mean to say it's just different. In other words, if you watch this and compared it to Julia Roberts in another movie, like, her actions are different here. You know?
I don't know. I mean, I just think it's such a staple movie for me. Like, so many of those lines. I mean, blush and bashful and, like, all the things that she says.
It's my signature color.
Yeah, I mean, that maybe weren't necessary to get the point across to what you're saying. I just feel like it's such a staple movie that it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's weird. Like, it may not work in every movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, especially from a female perspective, like, we grew up on this movie.
Yes, and that's what's been hard. Like, even just like watching the movie for this podcast, I'm like, fuck, like Rich is going to tear this apart. And this has like been like it's everybody's favorite movie from when they were like a kid. If you're from the South and your mom's blonde and you just watch the movie.
Yeah.
And like, I know the acting's not fucking amazing in comparison to some other movies, but it's an amazing movie. And it is like you said, it's a staple movie, like growing up. I do think that if you compared this first scene and you like took like Julia Roberts' lines and then played them next to her lines towards the end of the movie, it's a totally different voice. Like she had started off too Southern and then eventually kind of even. I think it kind of like neutralized. I don't know, neutral out.
Maybe she went to school
maybe.
like in the middle of the movie.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
feel
she did go to-
or maybe she's dying, Rich.
Well, I mean, knowing what we know now, you could probably say that maybe they filmed the wedding scene first,
Yes.
And she's being screamed at off camera. Like,
You're
you're
shitty
supposed
actress.
to be Southern. Which she does not sound Southern at all to me. Like and again, I think it's beautifully acted. And what I'm saying isn't supposed to be negative. I'm not saying that it's a negative thing that it's terrible or that the acting is bad. I just think that it's a play that's
Stylized.
acted out. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. So the style of acting is very stage
Right.
and less on camera,
Right.
And again, when you're on stage, so I was an actor as a kid, and when you're on stage, you're speaking to the audience even when you're talking to someone else. And that's the way that it feels to me, and especially
Because the
early
person
on.
in the back row can't see.
That's correct.
You
Yeah, and
emote.
and so everything's big and whatever. But
I think maybe some scenes more than others.
Agreed.
Definitely the beauty shop scenes. You
Yeah.
feel like you're watching a play.
yeah,
Agreed.
exactly.
Agreed.
So you could compare, let's say, and I think this is the best comparison that's ever happened. Let's compare the beauty shop scene of Steel Magnolias with the barbershop scene in Coming to America. 100%.
Slow clap.
Because that barbershop scene in Coming to America, that shit is real. And there's only 2 dudes in there. But they're all playing like 5 guys. Fucking amazing. All right. Well, thank you guys for your input on that. I'm glad you guys thought I was right, which obviously you didn't, so I feel like a fucking asshole. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton to me is
the greatest human
one
alive.
of them for sure.
Yeah.
I grew
The
up
best
on
waistline alive. That's
I
for
grew up on Dolly
shit.
Parton.
Oh my god.
My mom played Dolly Parton over and over again, and we would sing those songs together. And we've done it like
Your mom played Dolly Parton as a character living her whole entire life.
That is 100%.
Your mom is Dolly
She
Parton.
used to literally have that hair. It's crazy that she used to have that exact hairdo back in the day. My mom used to do the wig thing back in the late
Good.
70s.
Your mom still does like the fake hair and the.
Oh, that's true.
Stuff.
I made a comment about my mom's hair extensions at my dad's birthday party on a microphone.
Uh-oh.
And I thought it was hilarious, but I'm not sure everybody got the joke.
I don't think. Yeah, well,
Burn.
But anyway.
It's the 79th birthday party. So.
What was the joke?
She said, I don't know if I can sit down. Oh, she said, baby, I don't know if I can sit down. I'll probably just have to stand. And I go, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the joke.
Good story.
Dolly Parton's great in this. I mean, she's fantastic at like holding all of the stuff together. I think you feel all the feelings with her and her the Sam Shepard character and Spud and all that stuff. I think she's great. I think all of us can agree that besides Sally Field, that Shirley MacLaine makes this movie. I mean,
Yes.
100% waste.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, like, she is perfect.
Apparently,
Yes.
there was no men in the play. There was 0 men in the actual play. They added it in for the movie.
Right. They just talked about the men in their lives.
That makes sense because it was more of like a gossipy thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it was a barbershop or beauty salon or whatever thing, back and forth kind of deal. That makes sense. Daryl Hannah, we've already talked about her. She was great in Splash. Blade Runner, that's fine. She used to
Not
date.
attractive.
She used to date Jackson Brown, and apparently that didn't go well. So we got that going for us. Olympia Dukakis is in this movie. She's great as well. Julia Roberts, who I think is absolutely stunning and just beautiful all the time.
I agree.
Nope.
That new commercial that she's in, where she's just like walking through the fucking room. And
Oh, it's at Lancome or something.
Yes.
It's
It's
like
a perfume commercial, yeah.
Jesus Christ, she's pretty.
I feel like there should be a rule established that if this is going to be an all-female Steel Magnolia episode, that Rich is not allowed to body shame or criticize the appearance
I'm
of
not even
beautiful
sure why he's
actresses.
talking. He before he got here, he's like, "Am I even going to have a mic? Is Ashley sitting in my chair or whatever?" He's literally talked the entire podcast so far.
I tried to give Ashley my chair, and you said no. You
I don't
were sitting
want
there.
gonorrhea. Like, I'm not sitting in your chair.
That kid is back on the escalator again. Leave it alone. What?
So Julia Roberts is great in this. So let's. Tom Skerritt plays the dad. Obviously, he did it. He was one of the 3 dudes that actually made it into the movie on a play that didn't have dudes. Sam Shepard, we all love that guy. Dylan McDermott is in this movie. How do we know Dylan McDermott? What the fuck else was he?
Everything. He was in The Practice.
Oh, he's so hot.
Is he? Mm-hmm. What's The Practice?
Bobby Donnelly, right?
He was an attorney, right?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, this gig is even better than that job I had providing nighttime heat for Lara Flynn Boyle.
Thanks so much, Peter. I was getting a little chilly.
No sweat, Lara. Hey, you have yourself a fine sleep. Hey, Lara,
Yeah?
is Dylan McDermott nice in person?
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Oh, you know who he was most recently? Miracle on 34th Street, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
And he was great in that. Like,
Yeah.
it was, like, what is Elizabeth Perkins'
Except
problem?
the ring.
Yeah. What is your
Yes.
problem?
What was the deal there?
Angry Ginger.
In my class at the trade school, I was number 1 when it came to frosting and streaking. I did my own.
Really? That's good. And I can usually spot a bottle job at 20 paces. Your technique is really good.
Thanks.
I think your form and content will improve with time. So, best I can tell, young lady, you've just landed yourself a job.
Oh, good. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Miss Truly.
No time for thanks this morning, honey. We're going to be busier than a one-armed paper hanger.
Oh, here, let me help.
Okay.
Are they going to be busy? Because, like, the only people that go to the salon
Or Milan
are the
and
4
Shelby.
people that are at the salon.
Well,
But
hold on.
nails and hair, like, there's a lot happening.
Yeah, and
I'm
also, this
certified, I'm
is,
certified in both. I get
this
it.
is likely a weekend, and she's open for business.
For
'cause there's a
frosting and
wedding.
streaking.
Frosting and streaking. I was just about to ask you. Now, those of you who don't know, my wife,
Yeah.
Casey, is a hairstylist.
Praise
and,
Jesus.
And she is one of the best in all of Dallas, and is praised all over the world for her ability to do good
the
hair.
world.
Now, do you do frosting and streaking?
I do not frost and streak, except for that time with the neighbor in the hot tub.
Yes, we frosted and streaked the shit out of that night.
Whenever I started doing hair, it was still like cap highlight time of the world.
Okay, did anybody... Hold on, and I want you to keep going, but has anybody else ever had the cap thing done?
Yes.
Okay, so you have too? Have you really, Justin?
had blonde
Okay, so Anna, you've had that done? Really? Like, why would she have had it done?
She did
It's
it.
just
I
Oh,
wanted
you did it at
I
home.
wanted highlights at home. Highlights, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so man, I used to get that all the time, especially when I had like really long hair. So we used to get streaks in our hair, and they put this rubber cap on you, and it's got holes in it, and they stick a railroad spike into each hole, and then rip a piece of your scalp off while dragging out that hair, and then at the end of it, you look like a chia pet that is not doing well. Except for just in certain highlighted
He's
areas.
He's stressed out because his chia pet isn't doing well
Dude, I got
downstairs.
okay. So here's the
this
thing.
is actually true.
Hold on. Here's the thing. I got a chia pet for Christmas. My gift. Okay, mine.
Oh my lord.
Mine. So to keep our child busy one night, out of nowhere, Casey is just like, you know what? I got something we could do. Let's do this chia pet or whatever. It's my gift, right? And they do it, and they do the whole thing and set the thing up or whatever. I have no control over anything. And then they just fucking walk away, and they haven't done the little pasty, like, planting thing or whatever. Basically what she did, she took it out of the fucking box, stuck it in a bowl of water, tried to drown my fucking chia pet.
You're supposed to for 30 minutes.
And then walked an hour,
What a
by the
dick.
way. And yes, it was 2 hours later that I finally made the paste and put it on there myself.
It's 30 minutes.
Anyway.
I'd like to, okay, I'm actually going to just, since we're fucking going there,
Roadhouse.
this chia pet was a white elephant gift he won at my grandma's house. Okay, it's not like something that he fucking like asked from Santa Claus and like got it, and I ruined his fucking Christmas. And it was an emoji, smiley face
It wasn't even the
chia
standard
pet.
chia pet.
No, it wasn't even like a little
Not
hedgehog.
even 4 legs.
It's a smiley face emoji
Right.
thing.
Which to me means happiness.
Which means if it had been in the back of my car for 6 years, he would never even have thought about it. But because they took the damn thing out of the box and started the process, he's like, that is my chia pet emoji. How dare you start the clay
thank you, Will.
moisturizing process
Thank you,
to
voice
keep
of
our
reason, Will.
4-year-old busy.
Don't fall into this trap.
I'm not. No, that was my gift.
Anyway, guess what happened? So he took it over, did the seeds, and guess what? The chia pet isn't doing shit now. And guess who's been filling it up with water? Has it been you for the last 4 days?
No, because you're the best wife
Because
ever.
it's been me.
Well, you know why? Because I'm fucking trying to keep the fucking sea monkeys alive. Because
you're
we got
not.
those two. Yeah, I've been feeding them every 5 days. I'm stirring
We've
the
had
pot
them for
every day.
7 days.
Every 5 days.
I have to I have to stir it every day so they get oxygen. It's
Did
a
you
whole
stir it
thing.
today?
What's the comic book that you were reading that you got it out of the back of?
Oh, good one. But you're supposed to not be on the show.
Every 5 We've had them for 7 days. He finally dumped the eggs in a day late, and they're just in there.
Day late, my ass. No, you can dump the eggs in whenever you want. You needed to actually.
Dude,
Okay.
you can shove those sea monkeys up your chia pet. Okay?
Roadhouse.
You made a very good catch, Shelby. Louisiana lawyers do well, whether they want to or not.
Oh, I don't really care. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, the money is real nice and all, but I just like the idea of growing old with somebody. My dream is to get old and sit on the back porch covered with grandchildren and say no and stop that.
Are you going to quit your nursing job?
Never. I love it. I love being around all those babies.
Drum and I both feel that she should not work after she gets married.
Well, I'm so anxious to discuss this topic for the 900th time this week.
You should not be on your feet all day long. You should be kinder to your circulatory system.
You know, I have to agree. I think being kind to your circulatory system is a fucking good idea. If you're going to marry like a lawyer that's got some money, stay home, right?
Not if
Or-
you love what you do.
I'm just joking, of course. Dude, you fucking do what you do. Like, why the fuck is that even a thing? You just do your shit, right?
I just like having my money. And maybe that's what Shelby
But
wants.
is that a thing,
Her
though?
money.
I mean, like, you guys have been married
We
for
like
a
you
while.
having your money, too.
Y'all, I mean, do you have your money?
I mean, that's how I buy him shit. Like, he wants me to have my money.
Okay,
Right? I mean-
understand.
Doesn't it mean so much more that you buy him stuff with your own money?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he buys you shit with y'all's money.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how your
wait. He calls it fun money. It's real weird. So basically, I get an allowance, and it's called fun money,
Yeah.
and I, for fun, buy him stuff with it.
So my wife gets tips, and she hoards it in a drawer.
That's fair.
And-
It's not in a drawer.
Oh, it's not in a drawer?
Mattress?
Where is it?
It's in that missing Yeti cup in my locker at work.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
That's where that fucking Yeti cup is.
It's the Ozark one. Get a grip.
It's still, you know what? It actually keeps the liquid cooler longer than the Yeti.
I told you that it was at work. I should tell you it was a fucking piggy bank now.
But I didn't know that I don't care, first of all, but she keeps that
hoard it
aside
away.
to like do really nice things.
If I get,
that's what we
if
do.
I get cash, I take it away. Yeah, because what am I supposed to do? Like, use our credit card to buy him birthday shit?
Yeah, and then it's like, don't look at our bill. Like, we went through that
And
for
also, if we
Christmas.
break up, I'm leaving his ass and I have cash.
There you go. And a Yeti cup.
Dude.
Yeah, well, it's the Ozarka one, so I mean,
It keeps everything cooler longer.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got the best one.
That's what I heard.
a bitch. Here's the thing. So, what are we talking about right now?
Shelby
Sorry.
having her own job.
Right.
Shared
Thank
money.
you. Yeah. Anyway, no, I think here's the deal with me, and I don't know how girls do this. So let's just jump into this. I don't know how you guys let your moms be so involved in your fucking life. I don't get it. I don't. It's something I will never understand. Like, my mom says something to me or whatever, and I really don't even hear it. It's like here's what it's like. It's like, for example, if you over there, Rich, you just start going like this. I don't hear that now because I'm ignoring it. See what I'm saying? How do you do that? I mean, because this woman is so involved in her daughter's life that it's like, you know what? Go live your own life. And I don't mean to be a dick or I'm certainly not being disrespectful to anybody's mother. But, you know, I mean, that was a hilarious fucking statement that I just said. I'm not sure why. But anyway, do you guys let your moms be involved in your life?
Well, I mean, I hate to point out the obvious, but she still lives at home, right? So in the movie, she still lives under that roof. And I mean, I don't know about y'all, but growing up, that was kind of the thing, is as long as you're under my roof,
Okay.
it's my rules. Now,
I don't think I put that together that she was living
yeah,
there.
because
Listen to
remember,
my mom.
she's in the room, and it's her room. Remember?
Okay, well, you're 15. Your mom should be in your life. But do you think that when it comes time for... No, I already know this not to be true. Your parents are going to let you do whatever you need to do for you to be happy because that's the way you're being raised, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going to go to the school that you want to go to the school with. You're going to date the guy that you want to date because they've raised you. They've raised you to make smart decisions, but also to deal with the consequences of said decisions, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously you're one of the good ones because you got two of the good ones.
But she's still going to listen to her mother.
Okay, so so this is a different perspective. Is that something? Do you feel like, let's say you're in this situation. I feel like this situation, though, in this movie is not real fair because it's life or death, and that doesn't.
It's terrible,
and
she makes terrible decisions.
Yeah.
Terrible.
She's a nurse.
Yeah,
terrible.
For heaven's sakes.
So this particular. I actually do understand, and let me backtrack just a smidge. I remember when I saw this movie as a young adult, thinking, "Yeah, get out of her life," whatever she can do. Whatever. But as I watched it this time, I'm thinking, dude, hit your daughter in the ear as hard as you can, and make her pay attention to you, because you're right. But you can't control people, even if they came from you. There's a certain amount of letting go that has to happen, right?
But I think from a parental, just like you said, you see that movie when you're a teenager, you grow up with it, you love this movie, you don't have that perspective.
Yep.
And then you see this movie when you have a kid,
mm-hmm.
and you're thinking, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And why would you ever make that decision?
Right. But
even if you love your husband, why would you choose to, I'm going to give him a baby even if it costs me my life, and I'm not going to enjoy my life with him? That was the worst part for me. I love this movie. I love it. But I think Shelby is stubborn and spoiled and selfish and terrible.
But here's where I also remember thinking, if I got myself to that point of, she's right. Why does he want her to have a baby and yada, yada. But we don't know those conversations that are happening. Those conversations on the pillow or whatever. She could be the one going, I just want to give you a baby. And
right.
I want to have this baby. Because, I don't know that I really think that any dude is going to marry a girl and be like, I'm going to marry you. I know you can't have kids, but I'm going to marry you and let's have some kids. And, I just
even if it kills you.
Right. I don't feel like that's the conversations that are happening amongst them. You know what I mean? So, Malin blames him a lot. What does he think about this? And
Shelby did say they were having trouble in their marriage, basically. She thought the baby would help.
Right.
Right.
Which is not the way to save a marriage.
Well, and it's a very Southern trait to never blame your daughter, right? She can do no wrong.
Right.
She can be frustrated at her as long as the day is long, but it's always going to be his fault. Justin understands that every day.
And let's put this out as a public service announcement. Kids don't fucking fix shit. If you don't go to counseling, right?
Right.
Don't have a child to fix your stupid
marriage
problems.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever. Go to counseling and make sure that is right before you bring the child into the world. But, it worked with Anna.
But she also had a profession where she was with children all day, every day.
Yeah,
that's
babies
what I
all the
thought
time.
was ironic about the movie, right? Is that's what she wanted, and inevitably leads to her death. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But that's your job,
Yeah.
Don't you feel like that part of it though? Isn't it sort of set up to be hey, this is when you're around children, this is your job and, this is your taste of that. And, God put you on this earth to be there for all of these kids. And, it sucks. You can't have one of your own, but you guys can try and adopt or whatever.
And she said they couldn't adopt because of her health problems.
Right.
Can you not adopt when you're diabetic?
Well, I think that she was a little bit more than diabetic.
Yeah, they didn't go into detail.
They didn't. She said a couple times, the mom was like, "No, you're a special case, and you are clearly."
Yeah, I guess.
I think she had maybe an idea that her days were a little bit numbered, even if it wasn't as short as she thought. In my opinion,
which also explains why she would still be living at home too.
Yes,
right,
and why she maybe having a baby was something to carry on afterwards.
Herself, right. She knew she wasn't going to be around.
So I don't see anything weird like that. And I also think if you work with the babies all the time, like that's not just like your baby fix. I think sometimes that like you're seeing these women have this life changing moment,
you want it more.
This experience that your body is literally made for, and you can. You could have an opportunity to do it, or you can't. Like you'll never get to experience that. And as mom, and you're a mom, like there really isn't anything, that is like that necessarily.
True. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, so I guess as I was watching it this time, I just thought about grown-up conversations and her having the conversation with her husband and sort of like how that conversation would go. And certainly he would be like, no, we shouldn't do this, Shelby, but I guess they set it up in the script to be like, he wants a child at all costs and he wants a boy and this, but that doesn't make any sense to me. He could have got a vasectomy, yeah.
Yeah, but in the beginning, like she told
you just get a vasectomy and then you just be like, we're fucking trying our best. We got to do this all the time.
But I think they started out the movie by him, they say she shouldn't have any children, and so she decides not to marry him, and he's going, we can buy a kid or adopt one. Like, I don't care. He didn't make it seem like it was a priority that she needed to give him a baby with his genetics.
Also, he's perfect in every way, so let's just get off of his case.
Yeah. And she said that in the beauty shop because they said,
what does he think about that? Or
Clarice said he's good people because she said, he's fine with it. And he said
this
we
is
could buy a baby and adopt.
So this is not on him, and he's getting blamed for it.
Mom just thinks it's on him.
And you know what? So we're back to mom again, right?
It's a Southern trait.
Yeah.
It's
very Southern trait.
Okay, sure. I mean, I get that.
Jaret's opening a bill.
Shelby, hold on. Clary's getting you some juice. Shelby. Should I get her a cookie? No, juice is better.
Here's the juice.
Shelby, you need some juice.
Stop it, Mama.
Drink the juice. Please drink the juice.
No! Stop it, Mama. In my purse.
No, you didn't bring your purse, sweetheart. You didn't bring your purse. No, you didn't. No, here you go. There you go. Drink some of this. It's not any wonder with all this running around and wet nonsense.
Excuse me, should I call the doctor or something?
No.
She's a diabetic.
This scene fucks me up. It makes me feel bad. I don't like it because her mom's talking to her in such a way to where you get it from her standpoint, and then Shelby's not wanting to be talked to like that, and she knows what's happening to her, but she doesn't have any control over it. And this is a tough one for me, this one. I don't like it.
I was having sex with a diabetic on a golf course when she had a reaction. She just ate a candy bar. She was fine. I don't understand the problem.
I love the fact that I just started crying for real.
I can't see you. I'm in a corner.
I told you to come over here, dude.
Yeah, why are you in the corner?
Yeah, you were in the corner tonight because you said, well, I'm not even on this show. I'll just press buttons. And we haven't ever not heard from you.
What's Rich's deal?
I felt you, Jaret.
Yeah, I mean, no, my thing is I think there's a complexity here. Because you have all of these, all of the focus is on her. She doesn't want that focus on her. She just wants the juice and to be out of this situation. And her mom is up in her face being a hero. I
didn't feel that.
I do.
Kind of, she treats her a little bit like a child.
Yes.
A little bit. I feel like she's totally even the stuff she says, when she comes back and goes, oh my God, I'm sorry. She wasn't, she's not there when this is happening.
No, I get that too.
And she's probably been handling this since she was a little baby.
Yeah.
But I would have done the same thing with my kids.
Of course.
Yeah, sure.
So
talking to her in simple words so that she can process.
Drink this juice.
Right.
Yes, she's using very simple words.
It's kind of like drunk, right? I mean, I feel like it's what you do with your spouse when it's drunk. You kind of have to
when it's drunk.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, there's males and females in the room, right? So it's you have to do it on their level. And the way that she talked to her was like a child, because in that moment, she needed her mom more than anything.
That is so insanely spot on that it's ridiculous.
She's drunk. Shelby's drunk.
Because that's a ride home when
drink this water.
Casey's drunk and I'm not or whatever, and okay, sure, yeah, we're gonna get some water, brother.
Just eat a couple.
You talk like a baby, right?
Yeah, just eat a couple. You can eat a chicken strip. You can eat that. You can eat the chicken.
You spilled it. It's okay if you spilled it.
It's
We'll clean
okay.
it.
Don't worry about that.
No, fine.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Fine.
We'll wash that tomorrow. Don't cry.
You didn't bring your purse. You didn't bring your purse, sweetheart.
Where is your purse?
You didn't bring your purse.
It's fine. We'll get your purse tomorrow. Where is it? El Chico? We didn't even go there. That's fine. We'll find it.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing, Lindsay Murray? Not to be confused with Lucy Murray.
Jaret, do you want to explain the difference of the evening and how she should take credit for all of this?
No.
Okay.
But anyway, so lasagna's delicious, right? No, yes, Rich, I was getting to that. But thank you so much for chiming in so you can be on the show. Lindsay is Dave Murray. This is his wife, and that's not her identity, by the way.
Lindsay is Dave Murray, is what you just said.
She's her own person. Yeah, Dave Murray, you guys know him from 5 Questions. I believe he's
the originator.
Welcome his wife, Lindsay, to the program. Lindsay, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. So you had the idea we should do an all-female cast for the movie Steel Magnolias.
Yes, because it is a woman's movie. It is about Southern women.
It is definitely a woman's movie. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Do you feel like it's like a woman's movie, like Stella Got Her Groove Back as a woman's movie, or?
I have never seen Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Me
so I
either.
Can comment to that.
Yeah. So in my opinion, you can't prove that her groove is back. I don't know that. There's no proof.
But if you think about Steel Magnolias.
Yeah.
It is a movie about Southern women who are empowered to take care of each other and the community that women build within their friends and their family. And so that's why I said it's a woman's movie. You should do it a woman's cast.
I want to be completely honest about something. I was about to do a Bill Cosby joke, and I feel like following your that up with that would be... I'm not joking. I was literally about to do like an impression, talk about pudding pops and stuff.
That's a bad idea.
And like following up your description of this movie, I feel like that would just be really bad timing.
You don't think he stands for women empowerment?
I don't feel like he does. No, I'm with you on this.
Are you? Because I thought it was a lot about girls gossiping a lot.
Well, that's true too, but that's what girls do.
Okay.
But
it's sexist when you say it, and whenever we say it, it's fine.
Totally. Okay, yeah. I get that.
Like a lot of this movie.
Right. True statement.
It's random question time. That's right. This is the point of the show where I ask you 5 random questions off the top of my head, and then Rich will follow up with a 6th bonus question. All right, Lindsay, the best actor in the movie Steel Magnolias is not blank.
Oh, the best is not... I would have to say... And I don't know who they were, but the brothers that were in the...
That is 100% correct, yes. It's actually the younger brother. The older brother who was on Charles in Charge did fine.
That's right. That's where I knew him
But the younger brother, he did suffer a little bit. I would have also accepted... young Daryl Hannah, or pretty much any time Julia Roberts overdid the accent. Any of those 3 would have been acceptable. Question number 2, Lindsay Murray, is this. You live in Cincinnati, but actually reside in what state?
Kentucky.
That's right. Yes, that's right. When I first went to your house, I thought I was going to Cincinnati, and then all of a sudden we're going to Kentucky. Thought Dave was taking us out into the country to kill us, but no, the long drive had been shoveled. We made it just fine.
Yeah, we actually say that we are Kentuckians. We don't say that we live in Cincinnati.
But it's pretty
much...
He
just works there.
Yeah, okay, got it. Question number 3 will actually deal with the movie Steel Magnolias. Now, I'm not sure how familiar you are with this movie, but in the opening scene, it's a little chaotic. We're getting ready for a wedding. Everything's going a lot of places or whatever. And Malin is looking for Tom Skerritt. And Tom Skerritt could not be found because what kicked in?
Oh, his coffee.
His coffee kicked in. That is correct. Absolutely fantastic job on that one, pulling that out of your ass. Question number 4 coming in. The best Dolly Parton song of all time is what?
Oh, my gosh. The best Dolly Parton song. 9 to 5?
That is correct. 100%. Yeah, that is correct. I would have also accepted anything off of her greatest hits. All right, question number 5. Lindsay, you're doing fantastic right now. And question number 5 will once again deal with the movie Steel Magnolias. The job of Dolly Parton and Daryl Hannah, as far as their career, is what?
They are a beauty technician.
That's right,
or
they're
a hair
beauticians. That's correct. Yes, they are. And it's not going to impact my ability to do good hair. So you've done fantastic. Now we will go to Rich. Now, are we actually going to you for this, or do we go to
Unless Ashley has one.
Do you have a 6th question prepared?
If you're going to hack over there, I'd appreciate you doing it.
Okay, so Rich will now hack the 6th question of 5 questions. Here we go.
Okay, Lindsay, is juice actually better than a cookie?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to accept that answer.
Good answer.
Fantastic.
Remember, I teach elementary school. I have had diabetics in my class.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, she knows what she's talking about. So in health class, we used to watch one of those like made-for-TV shows. It was kind of like a series thing. I can't remember what it was called or whatever, but the diabetic kid always had a peppermint in her pocket. She would eat a peppermint, and that would just cure everything. No, that doesn't work. So juice is better. Yeah. Also, there was there used to be this band called Falling Jupiter, and the guitar player's name was Juice. They called him Juice, and here's why: he would drink pee for money.
Ew.
Yeah, that's a true story. And
so kind of the same.
Yeah, and he could also do this thing where he would pee, and he could do it really far, and then he could swing it like over his head in a circle. So it's like the fountains at the Bellagio, you know. It was like it's like.
How's he doing?
I did it again.
How's he doing today?
And it's just coming. I think he's doing okay. He makes false teeth now.
Oh,
yeah, he just does fairly well.
And catheters.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I married Justin.
Lindsay, thank you so very much for being awesome.
You're welcome.
And I'm sorry
Thanks for having me.
I'm sorry we interrupted your dinner, and I'm sorry that Rich has absolutely no sense of time zones, which that's fine.
It's okay.
He really is a really nice guy.
Someday, hopefully, I'll meet him, and
I hope you do. We've been giving him dating advice all night, and turns out he's a fucking asshole. So, he's got that going for him. Which is
you
great.
You can't be that if you want to date.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Here's the thing. Like, I haven't been in the dating. I dated for like 4 months, about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was the worst. So I am happily married now, and I'm never.
How many years ago?
I don't know. It was like a while ago. Have a good night. See you later.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Are you married or not? These are not difficult questions.
Well, I can't talk about it.
Of course you can.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm married or not. He's gone.
Men are the most horrible creatures, honey. They will ruin your life, you mark my words.
Everything is horrible. Bunky, that's my husband. He just vanished last week. He took all the money, my jewelry, the car. Most of my clothes were in the trunk. He's in big trouble with the law.
Here's the thing that's what's great about having you guys in particular here. A lot of things happen when you're getting your hair done. You know, like I think about this. I really do think about this. I think you'll agree that I understand when you come home that you need you have to decompress for a second. It's almost like when I come home off the road. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I do realize you're going straight to the bathtub.
Yeah, my feet hurt always.
Yeah, but
and I'm covered in human hair that belongs to 20 people.
What is the thing you get? You get hair splinters.
Oh, that's a real thing.
Yeah, and isn't that gross?
It's disgusting. It's like whenever you cut hair, with your shears or with clippers, it turns each hair into a spear almost, and it gets stuck in your skin like a splinter. So you have to get them out, and the grossest part is it gets worse. Sometimes if you miss one, your skin will grow over it, and it's like an ingrown hair that's not your hair.
Do you have any today?
No, that's a hair school thing. You fucking figure it out if that first time that happens.
Oh, gotcha.
It's disgusting.
So gross.
My job is so gross.
Do you tweezer them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, you're like, I'm like, well, I want to wash my hair before I come in. Oh, fuck it. Nobody washes their hair. I'm like, that is so gross.
Oh, I touch disgusting. I live in Texas. Summertime, everybody's sweaty. Yeah. Once you've seen the things that like grow behind a 90-year-old man's ears, like you don't fucking care what's on somebody's scalp anymore.
That's fair.
I get it.
It's easy.
It's your future.
That makes sense.
Not so distant future.
It's like a 90-year-old garden of whatever. You can grow cheese back there. Holy shit!
Kind of looks like it. Yeah, sometimes.
Really. What does it smell like?
Oh.
I don't really get that far in there. I don't really know. I don't even do men's hair anymore.
I haven't done exploring.
So hungry right now.
Do you guys ever do the thing where you like scratch behind your ear and like automatically smell it and it stinks real bad?
No.
Okay, because I get that, but it's gotten way better since I took my earrings out.
Yeah, earrings. It's a piercing thing.
Yeah,
so
the piercing.
When I had the earrings in, I would like, scratch that. And what is that smell?
And then you do it again.
And then I would do it again. Yeah. And then if I had a friend close, I'd be like, you gotta smell this. Whatever, smell this. It smells like shit, you know?
I have a pierced ear.
Did you know that's good for your lips? This is a very southern, disgusting thing, but the quickest way to make something heal on you is that stuff behind your ears, and you like on your lips.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Because it's like an oil spot.
Do you mean like a herpy or like a
like hair gel on your ear?
No, okay. I'm being serious. So like if I have like ear cheese and I have a cold sore, I put the ear cheese.
It makes it heal faster. Yes.
No shit.
It's true.
Because that's the body trying to get it there, right?
I'm just telling you.
Typically proven.
Yeah.
Google it.
I'm sure it works.
Skip that anyway.
My uncle told me my dad's brother came to visit us once, and I was 16 years old. I'd just gotten my driver's license, and you guys are going to be stoked that you brought your daughter to this podcast. By the way, when I tell this story, and so I was driving around, just showing him the town. Essentially, my dad was a bookie, so he took. He took online, or not online, but he took bets over the phone for sporting events. And he didn't want his brother to know what he did for a living because his brother was into other shady shit. So while he was working that day from home, he was like, hey, I need you to entertain my brother, like take him out and, whatever, show him the town. So I'm just like, I don't know what to do with this guy. Like, I don't even know him. So I just take him around and just start driving around. Well, I took him to downtown Wichita Falls. And we saw a young lady who was just walking down the street. She seemed to be minding her own business at the time. And he was like, "Oh, wait, circle back around." And so he goes, "Hey, roll down the window." And I rolled down his window, and because I had electric windows. And he asked the lady. He said, "Hey, are you working?" And I'm thinking to myself, why would she be? I mean, she's obviously walking down the street. What do you mean? Like maybe she's going to her job? Yeah. And she was just like, yeah, what do you got in mind or whatever? And he's and the rest of the conversation to me is like, how like when you get on the laughing gas at the dentist and it's just like boom,
yes.
Boom. That's the rest of that conversation to me because I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening. What is happening right now? Anyway, nothing happened. We drove away. But he goes, hey, Jared, if you ever get yourself in that kind of situation where that's going on, all you got to do, take your pinky and shove it into your ear as far as you can. And then before you do anything, shove that up there first. And if she's got anything, it'll burn like hell. And I'm like, I go, what? Like, what?
I in a million years would have not thought that's where that was about to go.
I
didn't either.
What are we talking about? And he's just like, yeah, it's a true thing, man. If you learn anything from your Uncle Lynn, you got this. And I'm like, well, shit. All right.
I'm not speaking to you.
Oh, what a shame.
I mean it, Trump.
Weezer, can we call a truce long enough for me to get a piece of cake? Thanks, Weezer. Nothing like a good piece of ass.
This guy. It's an armadillo butt.
It's so good.
It's so amazing. Now, did you guys notice that the Aunt Fern is Lana from What's
the Ropers? Was it the Ropers?
The first one. Three's Company.
Three's Company.
It's Lana from Three's Company.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't see her a lot. Remember, she used to love Jack. Used to love Jack Tripper. You never watched Three's Company? I bet you didn't because you don't like...
No, I did. All the time.
You probably hated that he acted gay or whatever.
What?
I don't know. Gay means happy. You know that, right?
I slept in bed with a gay guy in Germany. What are you talking about?
Did you really?
Makes so much sense now.
Nice. You did it.
That's a really deep-rooted story. He remembers nothing about that night.
Are you being serious right now?
I woke up in my underwear. It's no big deal.
Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah.
Now we know.
My hair is not the only thing that's changed. So much has happened. After they finally put Bunky the Quee behind bars and I was rid of him, I went wild. I was running around, drinking, smoking.
Jezebel.
Truly helped me see the error of my ways. She gave me a place to live. Now I go to church. I've done guest lectures on beauty at the trade school.
Our little Nell here has become one of the hottest tickets in town.
Oh, truly. Hush.
Oh man, it's just hearing Daryl Hannah talk is painful here. I don't know why. This drives me crazy. But I don't have a problem with Daryl Hannah. And I don't have a problem with carnivals. I've never had contacts, so I don't know what it's like to lose one.
Same.
You know?
Apparently they just jump out.
Apparently they just go out. That's the thing. Here's the deal with me. I've been around people who have lost contact lenses before, and I don't help. Because it just seems silly to me. Like, I lost, and they're holding an eye, and they're like looking around, and you're looking for an invisible circle that is on some sort of like colored ground. It's like fucking losing anything on casino carpet or like airport carpet. You know, like, you know why they make that carpet like that? Because it's like camouflage for vomit.
It's always like kind of blue with like specks of red.
Yeah,
and
because
yellow
nothing shows up, right? So, but would you guys help somebody that?
I will scan the area. I've got a good eye for that stuff.
I'm good at that too.
If you lose the back of your earring or a contact, like I'm gonna be the one that finds it.
I'm good at that too.
I find those with my feet.
You're really good at like I was working on
screws.
So I was working on Jack's remote control car the other day, and I dropped this. I mean, the smallest screw I've ever seen, and I'm like, damn it! Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to find it.
I'm just walking by and like, there it is.
Well, that time you just go, hold on, stand back. And like, it was literally like, push me out of the way. He goes, it's right there. Okay. Oh, that was amazing. Like, holy crap.
I also sign all the receipts at restaurants nowadays.
That's
Jaret
true,
can't
yeah.
see shit.
No. Well, I mean, here's the thing. My sight is fine, except for up close. These, like, if I try to read... I'm going to be honest. Like, there are times where I worry that I may have taken Advil nighttime. Because I can't see the bottle quite as good. And like directions to anything, or like, you know, like I do the thing where I like hold it out and then bring it in, and like there's just an area where I can kind of make out the words, and then I'm just paraphrasing. So like whatever I'm putting together sort of ends up, it could really be anything. Like I put together a go-kart for Christmas, and
that thing's gonna fucking like fall apart any second.
Yeah,
we're just kind of wondering what speed he's gonna be going whenever it explodes.
Explains why you get mad at me at every text I send you.
No, I can see text messages.
Okay.
No, I can see text messages. First of all, you don't text. You're like, I'll text you, and then you just go, switch to Facebook Messenger.
Same.
Yeah.
That pisses me off
it's
about
the
you.
worst. It's just because he fucking hates iPhones means we all have to suffer.
Right.
You know? And it's the worst. Just the worst.
You know, Bob, it's a shame our listeners can't be here to see the gorgeous new devil uniforms.
They're lovely.
I myself would never have chosen those white pants. They're filthy. I would have gone with the darker color. White shows everything. Just look at those grass stains. Impossible to get out.
It's hard to keep white clean when you're tackled.
But I love the tops. Such a vibrant purple. Bach, would you call this color grape or aubergine? Shut up. What? You're making a fool out of yourself, Clary. I am not. This is football. All the people want to hear about is touchdowns and injuries. They don't give a damn about that grape shit.
Scripts that are written for the stage, every line is super poignant and just like boom, 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 boom. There's not a lot of glue. It's just all substance. This scene right here is like every line's a winner. And it's like you can almost see the character actor that's playing like the co-host or whatever trying to keep up because she's just going.
Why was this scene in the movie? I didn't.
Because she bought the whole radio station. So the point is that she...
and that was important because...
Yeah, because in the beginning she goes, what the hell do I need with a radio station?
Yeah.
Then she buys it. Now she's running it.
Yeah. I bought the whole damn
so
station.
we can see bare butts.
Yeah, and we get to see some butts.
It's for the ladies.
But it kind of also just shows their dynamic one more time between these two women who are so different.
Yeah, they have the best dynamic.
And seemingly don't even like each other, but they're clearly best friends. You know?
And it's
they love each other.
They do. Yeah. And they, they're both living alone or whatever. And
Widows.
You wonder, that's one of those things where you're just like, shit, I hope nothing ever happens to one of them, because they need each other.
Yeah.
It's, but I think that's important to set up, actually. Like, I feel like that character development is super important because you do realize by the end of the movie that Shirley MacLaine, who's this crazy woman and everybody talks about how mean she is or whatever, but she's actually a really good person. And she has a lot of love in her heart and stuff. And it's important.
I felt like some of the scenes or some of the moments were sort of callbacks to the play that someone who saw the play would appreciate as opposed to the movie viewer appreciating.
Sure. Yeah.
That's why I figured it was in there.
And they do that a lot. That's a fantastic point. But who the fuck just said that? That's a great point, though. I mean, because they do that a lot in situations like this, where something from it could be something from a book that's made into a movie, and they'll give like a little shout out to the people who read the book, and not everybody understands it or whatever.
Or because of bare butts.
Or because of bare butts, just bare butts all over the place.
Yeah, there's always room for some naked man butts.
Yeah, were any of them German?
Jaret's opening a beer.
He was not a bad fellow, but I managed to run him off and marry the first of two total deadbeats.
Well, maybe sometime I could arrange for us all to get together.
Maybe not.
Well, why not?
Shelby, I managed in a few decades to marry the two most worthless men in the universe and then proceeded to have the three most ungrateful children ever conceived. The only reason people are nice to me is because I have more money than God. Now, I'm not about to open a new can of worms.
So, more money than God, obviously. Maybe more famous than Jesus. The Beatles reference, maybe, you think? Maybe? Anybody? Anyone? Fuck you guys. But more money than God is great. I say that all the time. And I like it. It's a good analogy. Because God has a shitload of money, guys. Seriously. Whether you go to church or not, you got to understand that he has all the money.
10%.
I get it, like, worked out for her fine in the movie, but yeah, I think she was being like Julia Roberts' character was being like a meddling bitch. Like, she just needed to back off. Like,
agreed.
I haven't seen that guy since high school. Leave me the fuck out of it.
So let's get back to her accent. And seriously, I don't mean to pick it apart, but that's my job. This is my podcast, and fuck it. Here we go. She's talking like this Southern belle, blah, 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 blah. And Shirley MacLaine doesn't give a shit. She's just, every once in a while, she's just like, hey, I've got more money than God, but she's not doing the Parker, blah, blah, blah.
Will brought this to my attention. Do you know where she's from, Julia Roberts?
No.
Fucking Georgia.
Oh, is she? Yeah, so she should be amazing at doing that accent. Dude, I took a cruise when I was 18 years old with my best friend, and my parents sent us on a cruise, and we were 18, and we couldn't drink until the anchor came up, and then everybody could drink, right? And we met all these girls from Georgia, and they all talked like Georgia and all that stuff, and it was
Savannah.
real. It's amazing how much more attractive a girl can be when she starts talking like that. I get the whole English accent thing now for girls. You know what I mean? Like, or like Australians. Like, do you guys like Australians?
Yeah.
See, why Australians over English people?
Just a different accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just
Plus,
talk to me.
When you say Australians, you're thinking like the bad boy because they're all prisoners.
No,
and stuff?
they're like Australia. You just think
it's the non-hoity-toity
sunny, and the other people
version
are
of
cold
that
and
accent.
rainy. It's just exactly the same way.
I just think like he can take that gator. I bet he can take me.
You're also from Louisiana, so I feel like that
Define take that gator.
There is a child in the room.
Yeah. Everybody realizes that but me, by the way. Here's the thing. And you're from Louisiana, and so maybe you can shed some light on that. I feel like this whole wrestling a gator thing, it looks way easier than it's got to be, right?
100%.
Because these fuckers just dive on top of it and hold its mouth closed.
It's a very difficult task. So fun fact. So ULM is the only school in the entire nation, that's where I graduated from, that is 100% on a bayou, like take a boat to class type school. And we got a new football coach a few years ago, and he called the local police and he said, y'all have to get down here. There's an alligator right in the middle of the sidewalk, and these students are just surrounding it. And they were like, I mean, that's the world that I grew up in.
Yeah.
So I consider myself a gator expert.
Right.
And I'm here to tell you that it would be a very tumultuous task to take on an alligator.
And no British guy could do it.
But here's the thing.
No, not one.
As could an Australian. They can't handle a fucking stingray.
But Dude.
I'm
It's
just
not too
saying.
soon.
So
That was
basically-
appropriate timing.
No, actually, not too soon. And also,
How do you take on
let's
a
all
gator?
welcome to the show the new rich Ashley Miller. Unbelievable. Why don't you do jokes like that?
I'm not that good.
Oh, I get it.
Who is that?
Who the fuck just said that? All right, so no, but I gotta think though that if the football coach is some college dipshit is thinking he's gonna jump on this thing, right?
No, 100%.
Yeah, because they're all, I went to college, so I know that there are dipshits. I wasn't one of them, like because I didn't participate in college life because I worked, but there were a lot of dipshits in college, and they would 100% try to tackle
It's
that.
just a frat thing, right?
I don't mean to like contradict you, but you weren't one of them. But I do think you have referenced yourself as king of the dipshits about 100 times on this podcast.
We're doing that next week.
Yeah, I am 100% king of the dipshits, but
you weren't a dipshit. You're just
well,
the
that was
leader.
in high school,
Not the
so
college dipshit.
that was in high school. I was a band nerd, but here's the thing: I'm a band nerd who's like basically king of the band nerds. So like my status amongst the regular people was up there. You know what I mean? Like I was at the round table is what I mean. Like I was on the
Our
council.
tables were rectangular.
like when they needed to consult a nerd, they called you first.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Is there anything you could do? Do you know a smart person that could do my homework? I fucking do.
Right?
know
Could you
one.
speak on behalf of your people?
Yeah, I do. 100%. I was the vice president of the band.
That's
And
fair.
you did someone's homework.
I did the quarterback for the football team's English homework for 2 years, at the request of my teacher.
Oh, jeez.
That is true. So I wrote all of his papers, and in different handwriting, by the way, than my own. And
Hindsight, do you think it would have made a difference? If
How's
you'd
that
done it on your
quarterback
own?
doing?
he's doing fine. He's doing, I don't want to say anything else about it, but he's doing.
Is his wife hot?
I'm certain he was symmetrical, as you would say. Like everything about him was. I mean, he was pretty
He had some shapes
symmetrical.
and stuff.
Yeah, he had some shapes and some styles and some things. The funny thing is, though, is he was African American, and he loved to be around me, and so I took this class called. You went and you got like your hunting license.
Ooh, yeah.
Like outdoor
education.
outdoor education kind of thing. And he was so like out of place or whatever. So he would literally just sit like, I mean, we sat at the back of the class and he just sat directly beside me. And I would just be like, okay, we're going to do B here and then C here. And the guy doesn't give a shit. He's the head of the FFA. You know what I mean? Like he's teaching this class because he has to.
So, I'll be back from Truvy's in about an hour. Anything you want?
I think I'll come with you. I want to get my hair cut. Short. And I want Truvy to do it. It'd be so much easier to take care of. I'd love to be able to just run my fingers through it and go.
I think that would be precious.
I feel the need to make things as simple as possible.
Let me go tell Jackson.
All right, let me go again with this accent. Nobody else in the goddamn movie has it. So Olympia Dukakis a little bit, but nobody else is doing it. Like, just stop it already, right? Yeah. Can't we just assume that it's like this Tom Cruise in Valkyrie, where he's German, but he talks like the guy from Risky Business.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't really need you to do that. Stop it. So, and if this director is such a dick, and he's going round and round with all these characters as to, like, who they're going to be and how they're going to sound, or like, he should have been like, you don't sound good doing that. Stop it. You know? Because it actually makes it. Again, if I rewind to watching this movie as a 17-year-old kid, and however many times I've seen it through, I always just love it, and I love this story. And everybody knows that I'm a bit of I'm a little sensitive as a person, and so I do like stories like this, you know, and I do feel emotions and all of that. But God damn, this accent is killing me here.
I feel strong emotions about moms that lie to their daughters about their fucking haircuts.
Agreed.
Oh,
like, obviously, we're foreshadowing her as Tinkerbell and Hook. It didn't look good on anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why?
But worse than her hair were those mom jeans she had on in this scene.
What is that? It's like they were
really
trying to be like, by the way, she had a baby. Everyone needs to know because her pants are fucking
it was
in her
terrible.
armpit.
Terrible.
Is mom jeans still a thing?
Yes.
Yes.
They're just back.
Is
in,
it?
They're just back, in style.
I have a pair, yes. I don't wear them anymore.
Right, but that's a thing, though, right? Like, people like those high-waisted.
Yeah, that make your butt look like 6 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that. There's always a picture of like the lady like with the super like flat butt that has like the mega high waisted pants
with the pleats in front.
Yeah, and like it always shows the butt and says it had a long ass day because it's a long ass.
So they're not in style anymore, or you just gave up on it?
I gave up on it. They're unfortunately still in style.
Yeah, like the high waisted.
They are right. Unfortunately, still in style. Yeah, you know, I don't think Emma did that. Like, I don't.
She did the high waisted shorts.
Did
and
she?
Stuff, yeah.
That shorts or whatever. But here's the thing: these high-waisted shorts, and then her butt cheeks hang out the bottom of the thing. It's so revealing. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too, and I'm not that dad. I swear to God, I'm not. Like, I'm not gonna ever.
Yeah, they took the fabric and they just moved it up.
Yeah. And everything else just hangs out.
Yeah, we took 3 girls to a Fifth Harmony concert, and it was all of the 13-year-old butt cheeks.
It was, and we would like make them walk in front of us so we could keep up with them. Sorry, and the whole time. No, I'm just saying, like the whole time, it's just like I'm looking around for people looking at my child's ass.
But fortunately, it was a Fifth Harmony concert, so it was all 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, they all had on the same shorts. Yeah,
everybody.
Yeah.
Well, the doctor's just trying to strengthen my veins. They're in terrible shape.
God. Shelby, it looks like you've been driving nails up your arms. What is going on?
Shall we tell him, Mama?
Well, I guess we can't keep it a secret any longer. Shelby has been driving nails up her arm.
It's my dialysis. It's no big thing. Well, don't look at me like that. Having Jack Jr. put too much strain on my kidneys, now they're kaput. That's all. The doctor said this would probably happen.
Hey, what is dialysis?
It's a mechanical kidney.
So they pump your. So what Willis? They pump your blood out and they run it through a motorized kidney. And is there an end to that? Like, does the kidney eventually repair itself?
No.
No. So once you're on dialysis, you're just on that forever.
That's like next
Until
to
you
the
get a new
end,
kidney.
right?
Yeah.
Like that's like the last thing
Kidney transplant.
before.
Yes. You can live with one kidney, right?
Which
If
is
you
what
could
Melinda does,
transplant-
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Give her one good kidney, hoping that
Right.
she'll be
Balance
fine.
act.
Yeah.
Does she get her kidney back?
No, you can't get it back.
No, I think you have to get
Your
away.
grandma only has one
You
kidney.
can't Indian give a kidney.
No.
Right?
Yeah, my
that's
grandma has
using it.
one kidney.
P.S. That is super racist, and I take offense to that.
Sorry. Sorry, 2017. I fucked up
sorry.
again.
We sit crisscross applesauce in this house.
Pockets on the floor?
Yeah.
No, I've never figured out what it is. Here's the thing. When you drive by, like, a dialysis center, the logo is so welcoming. Like, but fuck, I don't want to go in there.
Same.
I don't want any part of that shit. Right?
Nope.
Damn it.
Oh, a nail, for Christ's sakes.
Who?
Christ.
Who did you say?
Christ, Christ, Christ.
Are you speaking of our Lord? Is that whose name you're taking in vain?
That's the one.
Well, I am sorry, Sammy, but I'm not about to spend the next 50 years of my life with someone who I'm not going to run into in the hereafter.
Oh, Nell, God damn it.
I think we should pray.
Oh, I'd rather eat dirt.
So this actor is so y'all seen? Have you guys seen Peggy Sue Got Married?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how creepy he was in that movie?
He's creepy in this one.
I know. So
he
I'm
is
saying,
creepy.
like, it's impossible not to see him that way.
Yeah.
He's just creepy.
He's kind of vampire.
It's very vampire-y. Like, you
Yeah.
just expect the bottom of his eyes to be purple.
No,
Like,
I just feel like his breath would smell bad.
okay, that's fair.
You know
But he'd
what I mean?
be really good at changing a tire.
Like, no matter
100%,
how much he
why
brushed
not?
his teeth, he was like that kid with smelly breath.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. Man,
I had the
poor
same
kid.
conversation with my first ex, by the way.
About her breath?
And she doesn't even go to church anymore.
Oh, you took the Lord's name in vain?
No, just she doesn't want to be with someone that's not going to be in the afterlife with her. And I'm like,
Oh, I see. I get
and then
that.
now she doesn't go to church.
Huh. So,
Well, according
You're
to,
like-
according to some parts of the Bible, y'all might fucking be stuck with each other anyway, because a lot of the times,
yeah,
it
your
says
first wife, that's where you're going.
stuck. So it's going to get complicated because Jared's my first husband, but
Yeah, but
I'm like-
you're not my
Yeah,
first
how does that
husband.
work?
so it's going to get weird.
It'll be fine. Like, we'll move to Utah in heaven. Everybody will be, y'all will be
Just get a
sister
bigger
wives.
house.
It'll
Yeah.
be great. Everything will be fine. No, we'll be like that sister wife show where we just take up a cul-de-sac in Vegas.
Yeah.
And everybody will be happy. You guys watch that sister wives show? You ever seen that?
Yeah.
That show
No.
is insanity to me because I first of all, I can't imagine anyone finding that guy attractive.
Right.
Secondly, I'm like, if you're gonna branch out, now you got 4 wives or whatever, and that's fine or whatever. But that's a lot of problems when you get home from work. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there at the end of the day, there's a bunch of shit to talk about, and if you times that by 4.
That's a lot of money.
That is, well, yes, but here's
What's
the
he do
thing.
for a living?
Well, he's an advertising guy, but they make money on the show.
Yeah.
So they actually, here's the thing. The second wife used to provide for the family. She was a realtor.
Mm-hmm.
And, is she the second or the third, babe?
Second.
She was a realtor, but she ended up having to give up her job. So they ended up filing for bankruptcy. But now they make so much money on the show that the show pays for. They literally live in mansions on a cul-de-sac, like
Side by side.
Yeah, 4 in a row. They have the whole They run lights over the fucking cul-de-sac.
So I see what you're saying about the 4 wives, and it's like more money, more problems. You got 4 wives now. I got 4 times the problems with the wives.
Well,
but
that's what I was thinking.
But look at it this way: competition. So if wife 1 is giving him shit, he just turns his shoulder to wife 2, interacts with her. So now she knows, wife 1 knows, I've got to act right.
No, I think it's like a wife schedule, whether they're getting along or not.
Okay.
Yes, but unfortunately, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't?
No. If you have a
Well,
problem,
in my dreams it does.
if you have a problem with wife 1 tells 2, 3, and 4 what the
him.
problem is, and they're all mad at you about it.
Yep. Fuck that.
This is how it happens. It's crazy. I'm telling you.
Because they're not only wives, they're sisters.
That's how we
They're
roll.
sisters. Yeah, they put him first, but they put each other a close second, I believe.
Sometimes,
yeah. I here's the thing. I don't know that I could live in that. So, like, let's say that I have a wife, and I'm one of like
I'm a wife.
I have like and she has 4 husbands or whatever.
Okay.
This is the God's honest truth. And I have my own house, and I have the internet. Like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, like, especially if like the show
You do
is.
have a house in the internet.
I know, but here's the thing.
But if you were off with
But
your
I'm in
other
it. That's the
husbands,
problem.
yeah.
No, you're not on the internet.
Hey, what's the problem?
Yeah, I don't think you're
the
picking
internet.
up what I'm putting down. I am trying to tell you.
You want a house with Wi-Fi and not
wife.
me in it.
I want the Wi-Fi, just not the wife.
He's just cool when you go to visit your second husband, is what he's saying.
Yeah, I'll take
Long
the
as
guy.
you have
I'll
some
take
internet.
some visits. We'll see what. Okay, I'll make some visiting arrangements.
Actually, I'm going to be honest. I don't like this already. It already sounds terrible, so I don't want that. You know?
I'll save you. Here you go.
Clary, can I get one thing straight with you? I do not see plays because I can nap at home for free. And I don't see movies because they're trash. And they got nothing but naked people in them. And I don't read books because if they're any good, they're going to make them into a miniseries.
You know, you would be a much more contented, pleasant person if you would find ways to occupy your time.
I am pleasant. Damn it! I just saw Drum Eaton this morning at the Piggly Wiggly, and I smiled at the son of a bitch, for I could help myself.
Piggly Wiggly, man. Did you guys ever have one of those?
Oh,
Mary?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They
So
are.
good.
Yeah, they're so Eric used to live in South Carolina. He moved to South Carolina for like 5 years. And Piggly Wiggly was like a destination. And now they know it. Like, they have merch when you walk in. Like, it's like you're going to see a band, you know, or a football team. There's a whole stand up there, and people are buying shirts and tote bags and shit.
Oh, even after it was gone in my old town, everyone would be like, "Oh, just meet by the old Piggly Wiggly."
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
still-
for sure.
Exactly.
That was
Yeah.
our high school
landmark.
hangout.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was
parking lot.
another kind of grocery. I lived in Louisiana for 5 years. And I had no idea there was other grocery stores besides Piggly Wiggly.
Agreed.
Actually, you're quiet tonight. Are you tired?
I'm not tired at all. I'm just really taking in how you guys are taking this Cajun dialect. I think it's so funny that you're so pissy about her damn accent. I think it's so good. I think she's so hot.
Okay, what happened?
Why are y'all so pissy about her accent?
I'm not pissy
Don't
about
say
her
y'all.
accent. Okay, first of all, I'm not pissy about her accent at all. I'm more pissy about her trying to do an accent that she doesn't do well, and everyone else being from the same place not trying to do
If you closed your eyes and you watched this movie without watching, if you listened to this movie without knowing it was Julia Roberts, would it affect you as much? Not so much the fact that nobody else is doing it, but just listening to her, she does a great job.
I don't think so.
I
think there's I think she does well in certain scenes. I think that opening scene where she comes down and she, Mama, it seems real contrived and not. It just doesn't feel natural.
Just
It feels
Ashley's
very-
accent feels contrived.
When I drink or get pissy, my accent comes out.
When I drink
Wait.
and get pissy, my accent comes out too.
Same.
Yeah.
Wait.
Exactly.
Ashley, are you always drinking when I see you?
This is true. Touche.
Honey, it'll do you good to get out for a while. Eat a real dinner.
What if she wakes up for 2 minutes and I'm not here?
I don't really have anything funny to say about this.
Because she's dying.
My brother got into a car wreck, and I saw him in this situation about 4 years ago, and it's not pleasant. Like, there's nothing pleasant about it. And like, my mom wouldn't leave, and then my dad wouldn't leave, and like nobody was showering. It was just like this whole thing, and then we just sat in this room, you know? And like, here's the thing, when this movie happened, they didn't even have the internet or Candy Crush.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to do. You can fucking watch like Family Feud, but that's on for 30 minutes at like 9:30 in the morning, and then it fucking switches to soap operas, and that's more depressing than having a fucking family member in ICU. You just fucking, you can't win, you know? It's brutal. So I feel this, like, because you want that 2 minutes. You want that little glimpse, you know? And if she does and you miss it, you know, I just can't even imagine. And that was me. Like, I canceled 5 shows, flew down there, and just sat. You know? That's what I did. And that's what you do, you know? So, not to get super serious, but I don't
I had
fucking think
sex
this
with
is
a girl
fun.
on a golf course when she was a diabetic.
While she was a diabetic?
Once, richest deal.
Have you ever had sex on a golf course? I have played golf on a golf course, which you haven't ever done.
Twice.
Have you really?
Yeah, twice.
Holy shit.
I was
didn't
actually
know.
pretty good.
No, I bet you were. I do think that you probably were really good. I just feel like the whole time you were being good, you were just like, what am I doing? I'm trying to hit this little ball into this little hole. This is stupid. I could be doing this. I could be on my PC right now doing PC stuff.
This was before PC, I think. Yeah, it was before PC.
Okay, so you were on the golf course you were on was not politically correct.
Correct.
And what were you guys doing? Like taking your pants off?
I was playing with my father-in-law.
Okay, well that's fun. Which one?
The first one.
Okay, got it. And did you like him or?
Yeah, he was great.
You'll see him in heaven.
You guys are going to be together. And here's what's exciting. You'll be with his first wife.
Oh, she's the worst.
Shelby was right. This is a brown football.
Oh, honey, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I can jog all the way to Texas and back, but my daughter can't. She never could. Oh, God, I'm so mad I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him?
Obviously, this is an emotional scene, but is anybody else in here, when she says she's going to jog to Texas and back, did anybody else get eastbound and down in your head?
No. I'm proud of you.
Because I just did.
Superstar!
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking, westbound and down, open up and trucking. Yeah, but Shelby can't do that. Well, that's fine. We gonna do what they say can't be done. Well, fuck. I mean, I think...
One take, by the way. One take on the scene.
This was
That's
where
when
I
you
said,
texted him, right?
Yeah. With my mouth in front of his face. Yeah.
True, yeah.
That she can fucking act.
It's so good.
I think that... Yeah, I mean, and I think we all think that. You know, it's like... You know, back in the day, in the 1800s or whatever, so women would die all the time, giving childbirth, or giving birth to a child. And fathers and brothers and sisters would hold that against that kid, you know, like, you know, you killed your mom kind of thing. I mean, it's a thing, you know, like, does he know what she went through to just make you and you be a person and all of that? I mean, fuck, Sally Field's a good actress. I mean,
So
even
good.
like all of the shifts in her voice here just seem so real, and it's just so... When she grits her teeth, you know, you can feel all the feelings.
And there is something different between watching this as like a, you know, when you're younger and then watching this as a parent.
Correct.
Yeah. Lots of tears.
Oh,
Yep.
tons.
Yeah. Exactly.
And, you know, I unfortunately I don't even know why. I just have had a lot of friends pass away at a very young age and, you know, before their parents would have ever expected it. And just to have witnessing these moments like more fingers than I have on my hands that like, that's how it goes, you know? I mean, it's insane how I don't know how she would have had to have, what she had to really research or, you know, dig within herself to kind of get that out, but it was pretty amazing. Yeah,
I think my favorite part of this scene, and I know that y'all will know what I'm talking about, I can relate to, like, the friends trying to know what to say and how to say and what to do, and, like, poor Annelle, God love her, like, her Jesus comment, she comes forward and tries to save the day, and it's like, you don't know if that's what you want to hear. Like, I venture, and Justin can attest to this, to like, you want to drink some vodka? Like, I'm the person that's we just need to get laid. Like, you know, like, I don't ever really know what to say. And that to me was the best part of this scene, is being that person. Like, I don't ever know how to make things better.
Yeah.
There is a wacky thing about, and timing in that shit. Like when somebody's going through something crazy. I had 2 crew members who lost their dads while we were on the road. And then my nephew lost his grandma while we were on the road. And, like, there's that whole, like, coddle and, you know, hold and, you know, like, let's all do this. And then there's just a time when that character is so, like, the you and me or Casey would come in and just be like, should we do a shot? You know, kind of thing. Like, and that's important. That friend knows when to say it and when not to, you know, or here, punch her, you know.
We'll make t-shirts.
Yeah. So, you know, but again, I don't really think there's anything wrong with you know, I'm going to pray for you or whatever kind of thing, because that's the way she shows her emotion, her support.
Well, I think that comment in itself, like, clearly it started as like, okay, you're just giving me the same bullshit you give everybody every second of your day currently, because that's what she's doing. And usually whenever somebody would freak out back and be like, you know, essentially shut the hell up is what she essentially tells her. I think most people would kind of back off and just be like, never mind. But I think the fact that she kind of just still powered through with her thoughts for a second, it kind of all wrapped up to something that was important and meaningful. You know, it could have she could have just shut her mouth and, you know, stepped back and just been like, okay, I'll just sit here silently. But she just kept pushing her thought out until it made sense of what she was feeling. I think that was nice.
Yeah, it's, I mean, I think this is written well enough to where it seems real. You know, I mean, this particular scene to me seemed like, man, this is, I mean, I can't imagine seeing this on, I mean, Casey will let you know, like I've admitted this on this podcast. I'm a crier. I cry at curtain calls. Every single curtain call I've ever seen, I cry.
Sad commercials,
all of that. Like, I can't imagine seeing this acted out in front of me. And I would lose my shit. Like, I would 100% just be a wreck. It's just beautifully done, you know, and it's emotional. You know, I mean, I'm not really sure what Lindsay Murray is trying to do to me here, but I'm pretty sure I'm hormonal right now.
I just want to hit something. I want to hit it hard. Here. Hit this. Go ahead, Malin. Slap her. Are you crazy? Hit her. Are you high, Clary?
Clary, have you lost your mind?
We'll sell T-shirts saying I slapped Weezer Boudreaux. Hit her.
Miss Clary, enough.
Weezer, this is your chance to do something for your fellow man. Knock her lights out, Malin. Go with me! Malayan, you just missed a chance of a lifetime. Half a Chickapin parish should give the eye teeth to take a whack of Weezer.
Here's the thing. In my group of friends, if, like, we put somebody forth and we're just like, here, punch this, that guy would get punched.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing. And I agree. If somebody did that, like...
It would 100% happen.
Yeah, you just hit him.
You just hit him. Like, it, honestly, swear to God, like, something like this happens on my bus, and somebody grabs somebody like, hit him. That motherfucker's getting punched right in the mouth.
I feel like even the guy that's getting thrown on the bus would be like, all right, yeah, just hit me.
Yeah,
just do it.
Totally. That would 100% happen. Like, I'll take it. Go, do it. You know, like, everybody feels better. It's great. And we would make a shirt, by the way. 100%. Yeah.
Is Weezer a real name?
It is. It's spelled with an O, but
he
not
did.
Weezer like a W.
I want to say this, that Rich Coleman, he's not here tonight, but you guys may have heard him on other podcasts. He spelled it Ouiser.
That's correct. As is Boudreaux. That was the name of my dog growing up.
And what
Boudreaux definitely.
Do those have meanings? Like, does Boudreaux mean something?
Like Boudreaux and Thibodeau. I mean, that's just like a very Cajun, you know, it's kind of the myths you grow up hearing in the stories and the jokes, and all the fables were about Boudreaux and Thibodeau.
And I know Ashley probably knows this because we had it in Louisiana history. But do you know why all of the Louisiana Cajun names have X's on the end?
Because go would not be spelled correctly without it.
It's because they couldn't read or write, so they would sign an X, and then someone else would come fill in their name in front of the X, and then so the X just got added to their name.
Roadhouse.
So how do you feel about that?
Who was that?
Who the fuck was that? Dude, that chick's voice is crazy. What's the deal with Cajun food? Like, what's your favorite Cajun dish? Like,
crawfish.
Okay, of course.
Yeah.
And do you like peel and eat?
Oh, yeah. So we can go... I can do this with any human being on the face of the earth and order, you know, it's adorable to me when people are like, I'll get 3 pounds. I'm like, I'll have 17. And I can eat all of mine before they're halfway through with theirs.
Right. Because you know how to...
Yeah.
So me and Casey went to a crawfish boil at my friend Lisa's house about, it was last year. And I can't figure out how to do it. And plus, I don't like my hands to be dirty. Mm-hmm. So I'm real weird about washing my hands. And I don't really feel like it's a thing.
It's a thing.
I just like my hands to be clean all the time. Like sometimes I'm just walking and I'm just like, my hands are dirty. I need to wash my hands right now.
I can't tell when he's going to. So like sometimes we'll go to a restaurant and eat and we like order food. And then sometimes we go to a restaurant and sit down and he's like, I gotta go wash my hands. So then I'm like, okay, like, do I get up and follow? Is that weird? Or do I just sit here and then he thinks I'm disgusting? Right. No, because last time we went and ate, nobody went and washed their hands.
Yeah.
And now we've got to go scrub in for this fucking hamburger.
Anyway, so I can't do the work. It's just too much. But so they did shrimp too, and this crawfish boil thing. And Lisa would she would pull the thing's legs off.
Yeah, how you
and
do it.
and then what? And then his get his mermaid tail off. Like it'd be like
or
if
a
you
shrimp tail.
It'd be like if Daryl Hannah was in Splash and you ripped her tail off.
Got it.
Murder.
And then it was delicious.
It's so
but you have to
good.
take the tail off the right way. You can't leave all the shrimp meat in there. That makes you mad.
But
I hate that.
I do leave the poo. Like the people that de-poo it are so much. Like I like the poo.
You like the poo?
I wouldn't choose to eat just the poo,
Justin,
but
do
the
you
people
eat
that
the
remove
poo?
the poo, he removes the poo.
Depends on how hungry.
So on Tommy Boy, we're like this guy needs an enema. It's so good.
Soft shell crabs, by the way.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't do it. I can't. I had that one time. I was in Nashville and I went to eat with this radio station and I was sitting right next to Eddie George from the Dallas Cowboys, and they had ordered their stuff or whatever. And when you go to a meal with a radio station or whatever, like whoever it is from the radio station pretty much just decides what you're going to get, and you're just like, that sounds great, we love that shit. And then so they ordered this soft shell crab thing. The only way that I can think of it is like if I were to take one of you guys like a wine glass in here and just take a bite of the wine glass, that's what it felt like in my mouth. It felt like I was chewing like glass and just bad things. And I hated it. And not only did I hated it so much that I fucking spit it out. Because I don't care anymore. And then I looked at Eddie George and I go, I'm sure yours is fine. And then I went and washed my hands. True story.
I don't know if this is the right time or place, but I wanted to tell you that Sammy and I have decided if this baby's a girl, we'd like to name it Shelby, since she was the reason we met in the first place. If you don't mind.
Shelby would love that.
I'm tickled pink.
Well, what are you going to name it if it happens to be a boy?
Shelby, I guess.
That's how it should be. Life goes on.
So maybe this is the reason why Daryl Hannah is the synopsis. She's the first person that we see. She's the person that's going to tie it all together at the end. But maybe if you see the play, she's more instrumental. But here I don't feel like it. To me, it's either the Shelby or the Malin story. I mean, I guess the thing about Shelby is...
Yeah.
But the thing is, she's not there for the end of the movie, you know? So the journey is a mother and a daughter. Sure, that makes sense. But here is this hairdresser that wanders into town, and she is going to have a baby and name it after this person she met on her first day. And, you know, maybe that is what ties it all together. And maybe that's part of the whole story, you know? And maybe that's the summary that's in the playbook, if you go see the play. Do you guys like to go to plays?
Yes.
At all? What's your favorite one that you've ever seen?
My favorite was Wicked in New York on Broadway.
Never seen Wicked. Casey took Emma to see it here.
Yeah, we saw it here, but New York, there was no... I saw it when it was Kristen Chenoweth and, what's her face that nobody can say her name, right?
Chenoweth?
No, the brunette.
The one from Frozen.
Yeah. And remember the guy mispronounced her
Menzel.
name? And Dina Menzel. Yeah, so I saw the
Oh
original
my god! Oh,
cast.
so she was
She saw
in
the
Wicked?
real one. Yeah, with like the little, the little blonde girl.
Oh,
that
Adele
kinda,
Manzine?
has that real high pitched talking voice.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Glenda. Glenda was Kristen
No.
Chenoweth.
That's
No,
her name.
I know who. I don't know who she is.
Yes,
but
you would.
Yeah, you would.
She's from Oklahoma. She dated Jake the Bachelor for a
Pulling
minute.
daisies.
She was on Elmo. She
She was on the Dallas show, the Dallas sitcom.
They were both on Glee.
She
Four
dated Jake from The
Christmases
Bachelor?
for a minute.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Welcome
that
to the show,
douchebag?
Rich.
Simone, favorite play.
Play, musical.
Either way.
Phantom of the Opera.
Okay, good one. So have you
Multiple.
seen it a bunch of times?
Just once.
Just once. Where did you see it? Here?
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good?
It was great.
Yeah. Casey?
I don't know. I honestly don't think I could say.
You got to pick one.
I've seen a bunch. I don't know.
I understand that, but you got to pick one.
Oh, I really have no clue.
You have to pick one. I don't like it. Anna? Aladdin. Okay, good story, by the way. We were on tour in just a couple of months ago, actually, and we had a day off. No. I had a show that day, but I had to be there early, and Casey didn't. And our hotel was right next to a theater that was presenting Aladdin. And she's like, I think I'd just like to go see that. And I'm like, well, let's just get online and buy you a ticket. So we did. And so
she went to set up her show, and I just spent the rest of the day in that town and saw Aladdin.
Yeah, and went to Aladdin and stuff by herself, and she loved it.
Made friends with some friendly British people.
Anna, do you like plays?
Yes. Probably A Christmas Carol.
Oh, okay. Good one. Yeah, where did you see that?
We saw it here. We didn't go this year, but we've gone the last 2 years, 3 years.
We've seen it before, too.
Yeah.
When we didn't live here.
It's something that just tours around every year.
Yeah. They change it up here.
Mine, I guess I would have to say, and nobody's going to know what this is, but there was a play. There's these two guys, and they did a series of them, but the first one was called Greater Tuna. And it's these...
A Tuna Christmas.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so there's these two guys, and they play all the characters in the whole thing. Even the women, and they change costumes and stuff. And I actually got to see the original two guys do Greater Tuna. But I had seen it for the first time with my mom on HBO when I was a kid. And I didn't really get all the jokes, and I still really don't get. I mean, because it's another thing that's from the South. There's a bunch of deep-rooted Southern, the radio station is OKKK. It's really yeah. So but anyway, it was amazing to just see them perform it. And anytime you see anybody that's an original,
I used to go see that. See, I feel like I wish I would have seen I've never seen Phantom of the Opera, and I've never seen all these things.
I know. I'd like to see it too.
But my mom took me to see A Tuna Christmas, and she took me to see Saturday Night Fever, the play. Cool, but just random ass stuff like that.
Tuna Christmas was really funny. Though,
so funny.
Did y'all ever see Some Like It Hot?
No.
That was really good to see. The men portray the women like that. That was really good.
No, I didn't even know that was a thing.
The other really good one that I saw. Do y'all remember 12 Angry Men?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I saw that in New York on Broadway, and the entire scene was around the table, just like the movie.
Yeah.
So for them to do that for 2 hours straight and to hold your attention was phenomenal.
Yeah, I imagine it was.
Really
so no
good.
Break,
no break, no intermission,
Wow.
no intermission,
That's
no scene change. I mean, around the table the entire time.
That's it.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Rich?
Plays are gay. I was going to see one, but me and the guy from Germany did something.
Y'all didn't work out.
Have you really not ever seen a play?
When I was in high school, we went to some high school
Why
play.
wouldn't you go to one? I mean, it's just fun to see people perform. You like?
No, I hate it.
Even the silly ones,
I've seen a
Book
movie.
of Mormon is super offensive and hilarious.
It's like using chopsticks after you use the fork. I've seen the fork. It's so much better than chopsticks. I'm not going to go see a play once I've seen a movie.
Well, actually, you've got that reverse. You use the chopsticks first, and then when you get to if you need to, at the end of the salad or the rice, you can pick up the fork. It's a whole thing.
I just use the fork. Why do I need
once the rice starts breaking apart too much, I'm like, fuck it.
Too much. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jaret. This has been a podcast called Jaret Goes to the Movies. I want to check the mailbag real quick.
Hey, Jaret, really quick. I feel like I have to represent for Will, so I got to do Degrees of Jaret.
Oh, my goodness. We got to do it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the kitty corner, it's Will here to tell us how is Jaret connected?
All right, sitting in for Will this week is his lovely wife, Simone, who is now going to tell you how I am connected to the movie Steel Magnolias.
So, Shelby in Steel Magnolias is played by Julia Roberts, who was in Ocean's 11, with Joshua Jackson, who was in Cursed.
With Jaret Reddick. I like it. Okay, Rich, what you got?
No, she's filling in for me.
Oh, Ashley, what you got?
I'm supposed to do the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you in a movie that you can connect to this movie?
That's not fair to throw her on the spot like that.
No, I can do this.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I live in Frisco, which is a suburb of Dallas. I enjoy porn, which is Debbie Does Dallas. And Sally Field was going to jog to Texas. Still Magnolias. Suck my dick.
Nice.
I win.
Roadhouse.
All right, let's check the mailbag here.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
All right, Sean Umbeck writes this. Hey, guys. I am so proud to say I am one of the newest producers now. Hey, remember we talked about him earlier in the show? That's amazing. I love the show and love you guys for making me laugh every week. I've been a fan of BFS since 1985's music video on Fuse and have followed ever since. Maybe Jaret could clear something up for me. On the album Sorry for Partying, I could almost swear there was a song called Goodbye Friend, but I can't seem to find it. The reason I seek this one is that it was a song I clung to when my brother passed away, and the words really resonated with me in the situation. What I'm looking for, I guess, is confirmation that they did have a song like that. We do have a song called Goodbye Friend. It was a B-side, but we actually have a lyric video for that. If you'll just go to bowlingforsoup.tv, you can check that out, and Goodbye Friend is on there, and thank you. I'm so glad that resonated well with you, and I'm sorry for the loss of your brother. I wrote that song I made that song up for my best friend who passed away in 2007. It was just the anniversary of his passing away just a few weeks ago, and so I had that. I hold that song in high regard, and I'm glad that it strikes a chord with you as well. I appreciate that. So go find it. Rich, anything to add Ashley, anything to add to tonight's show?
I just want everybody to understand and appreciate her accent. I mean,
So Ashley Miller is on KVGI, and it's .net, right?
.com.
.com.
Yeah,
It's kvgiradio.com.
KVGIradio.com every Wednesday at freaking way too early in the morning.
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Now, does that replay?
It will. It'll replay 6 times throughout the week, and so the show times vary. So if you just get the KVGI app, which I encourage everybody to do, when you click it's playing live, you can also go to kvgiradio.com to the Guy in the Corner's point and click on Coffee with Ashley, and it'll tell you the schedule of shows.
So you did a show for a very long time called
What's for Lunch.
What's for Lunch, and I can't say enough good things about it without it just seeming like I'm just saying it because you're here. But never have I been on a more well put together show, and you can obviously tell that you do the prep, you do the work, and it's just so entertaining and fun to be on as well.
She's like a machine.
Yeah,
I appreciate
you
that.
really, really are great at what you do, and obviously, and we can also see you if people want to go see a Texas Legends game.
Yeah.
They can see you.
So we have a better record than the Mavs. I would just like to start by saying that.
That's right.
So
You do.
come see the Texas Legends Dr. Pepper Arena in Frisco, Gaylord and the Tollway.
That's right.
And we've got 3 games in 5 days this week, so I'll have no social life, as is the norm. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, go see the Texas Legends.
Simone, thank you so very much.
You're very welcome.
For being here this week and for also loaning us Will once a week and sometimes twice a week with a week off.
Right.
We do appreciate it. And we know he's not... he's not doing his part all the time around the house anymore. Now that he's a member of this podcast, he thinks he's a fucking rock star.
Yeah.
And all that
He
shit.
is. He always has been.
Has he? He's the best. And we
Yeah.
love him so much. And we love you. Come back anytime.
All right.
Seriously. Casey, fantastic job being on your phone the whole night.
Thank you. I actually learned so many short to mid-length hairstyles on Facebook.
Yeah.
It is fucking insane.
You've done an amazing
You guys have
job.
no idea. I'm going to break them out starting tomorrow because I have short to mid-length hair.
Like it. Anna, thank you for being here on the podcast. You got, so it's 2017. You're a sophomore. Is that right? So how's the sophomore year going?
Fine. Pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a little bit of a subtle, maybe not. So what's happening? Tell me.
It's just
what
school.
starts tomorrow.
It's just
I
school.
start driver's ed tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Are you nervous about it?
Not really.
No.
I just don't want to go.
So when I was a kid, we you had to take health and you did driver's ed the same year that you did health, and so you had like a half semester of health, and basically they taught some people what the diseases they were going to catch in the back of the car. They were going to teach you how to drive, and then the next half was them teaching you to drive, and it was you would have a driver and then an instructor over to the right in the passenger, and then 3 kids. But back then, in the back seat, you didn't have to have a seatbelt on, so nobody gave a shit. You just and so here's this 15-year-old kid in control of 4 lives, 5 if they're including themselves, just driving down life's highway, and no seatbelts or nothing.
And it was probably free, right? You did it at school. I did it at school. He did it at school.
Is that not what we're talking about?
Mine was, I had to pay for mine.
It's $400.
Yeah,
okay, so
that's do it at the school.
Yeah, so I did it at school. That's what I'm saying. It was a class.
And I suck at driving, and mine was expensive.
I got a failing slip in driver's ed. But I have not near the driver's record you have.
When I do get kicked off for insurance, will you like take me to the grocery store and stuff? Like whenever you have your license and it's new and fresh? Like
yeah, they live right across the street.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I'll need some favors because after I hit that Chick-fil-A a couple months ago, like I feel like
you did hit the shit out of a Chick-fil-A. Did you guys see the side of her car?
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I never knew the story.
I hit a Chick-fil-A.
Oh my god!
I barely hit a Chick-fil-A.
You hit the shit out of a Chick-fil-A.
The Chick-fil-A hit me back fucking harder than I hit it.
I did see the car, but I just didn't know the story.
And it was like a 11 a.m. like breakfast lunch. Like, I mean, it was just a fucking accident. I just accidentally hit a Chick-fil-A. It was super random.
Did you follow through with the order? Did we get lunch?
Oh, I committed to the sandwich. Yeah. I figured by the time I got to the window, because the line was so long, that like I'd find out if I owed them money more than for the sandwich. Right. But the fucking gate was fine.
It was fine. I went through it the next day just to kind of see what was going on and to get a breakfast sandwich. And the gate was completely fine. Yeah, there's no marks on it or anything.
Fucked.
The car was fucked.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Not good.
I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "It's bad." They're like, "Oh, I bet." And I'm like, "It's way worse than you think it is."
When you called me, you're like, "It's way worse than you think it is."
Why didn't you stop the second you hit it instead
got,
of
like,
driving all the way through?
Because I got like hung on it, the gate thing.
You still stop.
So I did stop, but I couldn't go back. There's a car there and one on the right of me. So all I could do was go forward. So I had to kind of.
And the 2 dudes that are standing out there.
Yeah, they had like 16-year-old boys with like
with
iPads taking your order. And I'm like, "Is it bad?" They're like, "It's really bad.
It's really bad.
It's really, really bad." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." Like,
she calls me. She's like, so I just, here's what
Except for
happened.
crying.
And she's like, here's what happened. And she goes, I haven't actually got out and looked at it yet, but the guys that with the iPad said it's really bad.
I'm like shoving fucking waffle fries in my mouth, like emotionally eating down the road. Also not safe driving back home.
Oh my goodness.
Do as we say, not as we do.
Hey, wait, I have a health class question.
Exactly.
Okay, go.
Do you guys have to take health class?
I took health class in 8th grade.
But do you have to?
They had
yes,
to.
we had to.
In 8th grade.
Somebody said that Prosper is like an abstinence only
Yes, we
teaching.
We have a program every year where they like bring in people to like talk to us about it, and it's not like how to be safe, it's just don't
Abstinence.
do it.
Yeah, it's like if you just don't have sex, then everything will be
Health
fine.
class is not just sex ed.
Yeah, in
No,
8th
but it
grade we
tells
learned
you
about,
the
like,
repercussions
eating right.
and how to be safe and what could happen. But
Right.
Prosper School District has a tendency to do abstinence only, which means just don't have sex. They don't
Correct.
explain what could happen if you do
She had
and how
that
to protect
program
yourself.
Who doesn't
Midland,
know how?
right?
Yeah.
What
Eighth
happens
graders.
when you do?
Because the 8th graders were having sex in Midland.
Yeah, in
So it was
Midland they had the
necessary.
program of how to be safe and do the whole thing.
My
But in
school did.
Prosper, it's total abstinence. Yeah.
Yeah, we had like the
Yeah.
pictures of like all the warts and all the places.
We
And,
did
like,
too.
Hey, parents, if you want them to know that, then just teach them that. What's the big deal?
No!
Whoa, hold
All
on.
those parents are raising those kids' babies.
Hold on.
No, wait, what are you saying? You're saying that they shouldn't teach kids about
If you want
things?
your kids to know what happens when you have sex, then just fucking teach it to them. What's the big deal?
All the stuff is a big deal.
I actually don't have a problem with that.
We do.
I
We're
totally
covered.
do.
Anna's
no,
covered.
I'm going to be honest.
Not every parents are great educational parents. Their
I
kids should
get
still
that
know.
too. I mean, I the thing is that I guess I can't argue with him because I think it's stupid. I think the school should 100% educate the kids on what happens and stuff and all of the things and it burns when you pee and shit. All of that. But I also think, like, the parents have a responsibility as well.
Of course they do, but if they're not going to do it, I feel like they need to learn.
Is that like get the jam from behind your ear and shove it up?
That's right. Well, also, that was my uncle.
I'm just saying.
And
Somebody did it for you.
It takes a village.
Yeah, it does take a village. Yes, it does. Yeah, and by the way, in hindsight, I did find that girl again and
give
the
her
test.
a pelvic exam.
Yeah, yeah, man, it's right. It was just it
burned
caught on,
like hell.
No, it caught on fire. It literally, it caught on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jaret. Thank you so very much for joining us. This has been amazing. Happy 2017. I know it's our second episode. Second episode. I hope you guys will 100% go and review us on iTunes and subscribe to us wherever you can and just do a bunch of cool shit for us because we appreciate you if you appreciate us, and we will see you down the road.